It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Panthers. Rocket on quarterback. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far. It's the Panthers and the Packers on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 28. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. Pushes him over. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. This is 2nd and 8. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Love now. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second down and 6 now. As they've got it as we resume action. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up fourth down.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers Panthers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Again, it's Love. Right side to Watson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Love looking to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake, Love. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Play fake. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing. Love. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On play action. Love to throw. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Now 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, "We don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision."
They'll try it now with Brooks. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes goes away happy on that one.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw, he's got Kraft. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love from the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Now Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Love now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going back to Love.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Throwing to start the drive. Love. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Looking to throw. Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Love, they go play action now. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Christian Watson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
So here's Love and the Packers.
Down by 2 touchdowns. A little under 30 seconds remaining. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but bottom line, they're still alive.
Love looking to throw it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Love.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Carolina, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
You better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make law fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I rolled and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back with better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are... It's I now, not going under. Oh, 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 not gonna let you go. Oh, 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 pay what you owe, watch out now. Come heavy water.
Man, my mistake. It's damn, namaste. And Raleigh, mama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this with my switchblade to Cabanas, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. A glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing out sparks, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark as midnight. This beat swinging so hard, we in a fist. Tippy toe, watch me dip and roll. Round the corner, run another level, watch my indigo. I be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting